And I just remember waking up, and my dad was actually going through the recall procedures to alert his unit. And so that's kind of my first memory of 9/11, was waking up and my dad was in a frenzy trying to get his entire unit on alert.
I remember there was a lot of disbelief. I remember a lot of confusion, because not only could we not believe what was happening, we couldn't believe why it had happened or why anyone would want to do that.
Mr. Like, they're bombing the buildings, they're bombing the city. He was frantic and wild-eyed and hopping around the doorway. I started to yell, but he was so serious that I asked, who's bombing who? And then, Chicago? He explained that it was New York, and that the buildings were falling down. I pushed past Derek, who had the students quiet for a change. All the other teachers were in the hallway. We looked from one to another, questioning, hoping it was just Derek. Obviously it wasn't.
And just seeing people on television, in front of us live, just dying was, it was traumatizing on some levels, to see that as a young adult. So I remember feeling remotely traumatized, but very confused at the same time.
Remember instead, I went to war so that you would not eat from this particular tree. Even the scavenging flies should realize by now that any gaping is a trap. Better to see and be seen, but not heard. Better to live and let live, and to have let someone else be present at the fall.
That night, and for the next couple of nights that while we were still there waiting for flights to resume back to America, really hundreds of Vietnamese people came up to us and told us that they really supported America.
September 11th, 2001 reminded us all of who Americans really are. From the people who sifted through the heavy rubble for weeks at a time, to the people on Flight 93 who died trying to take back their plane, to the person who saw another human being in a wheelchair on a high floor of one of the towers, and instead of abandoning a person in need and saving themselves, that person decided to carry a stranger on their back down innumerable steps until they reached the ground floor. Watch the stories of scores of firefighters who sacrificed their lives in order to try and save just one or two innocent people from this horrible attack and the collapsing of this building. This is America. This is the American spirit. And this is what I look for and often find every day. This is why we're proud to be Americans. Thank you.